Hey y'all, it's the Country Notary. I'm doing another driving video, so hopefully I don't look like I'm looking all over the place, because if it does look like that, it's because I'm looking all over the place because I'm driving. Hope you're having a good day. Guess every day's a good day if you wake up healthy and have some good business on the table and optimism, which is always good. And before I get too far into this, also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you're watching this video, hopefully you're someone who's interested in becoming a mobile notary, loan signing agent, someone interested in starting a home-based business, some side income for yourself, and you're maybe deciding to watch this to pick up some tips to help you with your journey along the way. But today I'm going to be talking about a specific topic, a specific issue, and again, all in an effort to help you guys who watch these videos improve your business. Again, please like or subscribe to my channel. Okay, today for the very first time I had a borrower not show up for their appointment. This is a Texas cash out home equity line of credit, and the borrower didn't show up, and it's very unusual because if you know what the home equity line of credit loans are, the borrower is literally getting a chunk of cash, borrowing against the equity in their loan. Borrowing against the equity in their home and receiving a chunk of cash after the loan closes and after funding. That has certain rules and requirements about what they can and can't use the funds for. If you want to know more information about home equity lines of credit, please Google it, look it up, check your training materials, call the NNA, etc. Okay, so this video has a twofold purpose. The first purpose of the video is, I'm gonna put my shades on because I look weird looking down and in all different directions. Now, okay, the first purpose, the first message that I want to send to you viewers: do not be nervous, or let me rephrase, do not let your nerves get to the point where they overtake your ability to do a good job in this business, especially at the beginning or at any point. Don't let your nerves take over. And then the second message that I have in this video, and I had a second message, is solving problems, problem resolution. And I may or may not have mentioned this in a previous video, but one of our big roles as a notary, at least I've experienced, is to be a problem solver. I mean, if you really think about it, literally, there's a problem or issue, you're helping someone resolve that issue, and then you're handing the resolution off to the next person. And we're not talking about problems, but in this case, there's a loan that needs to be closed problem. You're the notary facilitator, and you will help the borrower, the title company, close that loan and hand it off to the next person. Literally FedEx it and it gets to whomever that next person is. You've solved a problem. Okay, just like when someone may be you may be signing a will, an affidavit, a bill of sale, any other type of notarial work that you're doing, you're helping that person solve a problem. So basically, you're a problem solver. And the more you work in this business, you're going to see a lot of different variety within all of the different type of notary jobs. And in some cases, your problem solving skills helps you get through that appointment, that notarization, what have you. Your problem solving skills help you get through that issue because of the experience that you're going to gain while doing this business. And some of us are just natural problem solvers, and if you are, the notary business, the loan signing agent business is probably a good business for you if you are a problem solver by nature and not bothered by problems, and very resourceful person and good at figuring things out. It's a good business for you to be in. But even if you're not, you can develop those skills. You can develop those skills with certain strategies, and I'm going to put the commercial right in the middle now, because that way you might have watched at least up to this point. Through my coaching, through my experience so far, I will be offering coaching on some of these very subtle nuances that people come across in this business, because some of the things that I've experienced so far aren't written down anywhere, are not in videos, or maybe you need a live person to talk you through it and coach you through it and explain it. But at least in my experience, which is kind of obvious, you just can't find everything you need to know in a book, about watching a video. So long story short, the borrower today no-showed on his appointment, and which is very unusual because I've never had anyone no-show their appointment before, ever. So I then, went back through the instructions to make sure that, yes, it is a Texas cash out. We're at the right location. The location is typed in SnapDocs. I also had a text confirmation where I typed in the address through SnapDocs. All verified. Confirmed receipt back from the borrower that he understood the date, time, and location. And I also confirmed again with him this morning prior to arriving, and he for some reason no-showed. He confirmed yes earlier this morning. For some reason he said I'm not sure who they were, but he used the word they, told me that the appointment was going to be at my house. So I made the phone call. First I pulled up the notary instructions, called the 800 number, spoke with the representative from the title company. She connected me to another representative who then connected me to the actual person who could help solve the problem. And he's actually one of the people that I had been messaging in SnapDocs as well. So he then did his diligence and contacted the lender, the borrower, and cleared up whatever the misunderstanding was, called me back. All of this took about 30 minutes of waiting. I'm sitting at the law firm office waiting for them to call me back. In the meantime, I actually also told the supervisor, the paralegal at the law firm, that we may or may not reschedule this appointment to later today, because it has to close today, and at the absolute latest 4 o'clock, because the law office closes at 5 o'clock, and if we don't do it by 4, we won't be able to close today, period, with a T and a period. So she said yes, and I packed up all my stuff. I did a video while I was waiting because I had so much time. I did a really cool video that I'll put out of how I set up, how I acquired the law firm space in the first place, how I set up the signing desk for the signing, and just I had time and I had my resources all there to do a video. So that's kind of beside the point. Okay, so the lender finally called me back, and the borrower said yes, we can they all agreed that we could reschedule at 4 o'clock, and then I obviously have to call the law office back, which I'm going to do in about 5 minutes, and reconfirm the space for 4 o'clock. So what does all this have to do with anything? Being a problem solver. Obviously anyone would have been nervous in this situation, especially if it had happened early in your loan signing agent career. This is the first time it happened to me. And I literally didn't, I was calm, and I used problem solving skills to take care of it. But it was the first time that I experienced this. I literally was only relying on, common sense and good judgment to solve the problem. And it seems like it worked so far. It's not, we haven't actually closed yet, but I'm assuming we're going to close at 4 o'clock. There were some oddities though. The first title agent that I called, she didn't seem to know what the heck I was talking about. I guess maybe she had never experienced before, and she kept rephrasing what I was saying back to me as if to say, are you saying that you went to the wrong location? I said, no, I didn't go to the wrong location, and I went back to A and started explaining to her step by step what had happened was. And then she finally transferred me to someone else, and she didn't explain to them what I explained to her, so I had to start over, explain step by step what I explained, and then she transferred me to the actual person who could actually solve the issue, and I had to re-explain myself again. So I got good at explaining it because I did it 3 times, and he eventually, did his work and solved the issue. If I had let my nerves or my temper, anger, even with the replies back from the first 2 representatives that they were almost stating that it was something that I had did wrong, I would have, let my nerves got the best of me, and it could have you know, kind of sabotage the deal, but it didn't. And we got to the end, and I, in SnapDocs, went in, and where you have the space to confirm the signing, successful signing, whatever it says, was the signing, confirm the signing or close, whatever, did the appointment close, whatever it says. I put a pretty nice little paragraph in there stating all of that, so they understood. Documentation, everything's documented. Don't be nervous, guys. Don't let your nerves get the best of you. Things will happen with some closings, and being a problem solver will help you get through those. And again, just strategies and tips that I've learned along the way. I really want to pass those on to others. I literally want to coach people. I needed to talk to somebody today. If I had a student or a coaching student, I would have called them just to vent. Okay, I actually vented to Miss the paralegal at the law firm. She's not the paralegal. I had to vent a little bit today. Okay, so don't be nervous. Most situations can be resolved by being calm and being logical and being a good problem solver. And the second message that I wanted to send, I can't even remember my second message now. My mind's kind of blown a little bit. Oh, well, I'll just keep going. Yes, I did advise the lender that the law firm's going to require another rental fee that needs to be updated in the documents, as well as a trip fee for me needs to be updated in the documents. He said, yes, he'd take care of that. Repackaged everything, packed my things up, and went on my way. And I think I did have another point to make, guys, but that's, you know, beside the point. You will come into situations where you're going to have to solve problems. Not to lose your mind over, not to be nervous, and also be professional and cordial to the people in the title offices that are title companies that you encounter and talk to over the phone, and understand that the goal is to solve the problem and hope and resolve the issue so that the closing can take place, and that the borrower, so that the closing can take place. Not to point fingers and lay blame, etc., because that obviously won't solve the issue. And then the second thing about nerves, it's kind of ironic when, of course, and I kind of have to say this because I have to finish my venting, but it is very ironic. You will feel nervous if you felt that you made a mistake. Obviously, it's human nature. You're going to check, triple check, and then check again to make sure you don't make a mistake, because that's part of what your training probably told you. You'll also feel nervous because you're new. And like I did in this situation, you'll feel nervous because you don't have experience. But my point is, when you gain that experience, when you gain that knowledge, when you get that foundation, and you can get that either through experience or through coaching, you will then be able to solve your problems a lot more smoothly, calmly, and hopefully get some kind of resolution. Get the resolution that, is required to close the loan. I think I've talked enough. This is the Country Notary. I am signing off. I will talk to y'all soon. Again, hit me up. My email is in the description of this video. If you have any questions, if you'd like to talk to me about mentorship or coaching opportunities, coaching availability, my schedule, I'm starting to offer coaching classes, guys. This is a perfect example of some things, some nuances that I could definitely help share with you guys in the event that you find yourself in these situations. Please like, subscribe to my channel. I will talk to y'all soon. Actually, I'm going to give you a follow-up to how this whole thing went. Y'all have a great day.